Welcome to I Wrote This News. Today is Monday, February 28, 2022. Can you believe that it's almost March? Me neither. And here's some news. Story number 1, I'll see it when I believe it. During an interview Friday at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Orlando, Florida, Gaspacho police alarmist Green acknowledged that she has absolutely zero proof but is still sticking with her conviction that the presidential vote was rigged. Green said that she was proud that she objected to certifying the vote count on January 6th of last year, saying, quote, "I would object again today because I know for a fact there was so much wrong in that election and I believe it was stolen. Do I know how? No, I don't know how. There's no punchline here other than Marjorie Taylor Greene, and honestly, it's not that funny." Story number 2, it's absurd to think that I'd break the rules for a few measly $1 million. Elon Musk has denied passing insider information about Tesla stock to his brother Kimball, after a report that both men have become the subject of an investigation by U.S. regulators. The investigation focuses on the sale of the electric car company's shares by Kimball Musk the day before his brother launched a poll on Twitter. The poll asked whether he should divest a large slice of his own holding in the company. Tesla's share price fell 5% on the first trading day after the poll, which was backed by an overwhelming majority of participants. Responding to an inquiry from the Financial Times, Musk said in an email, quote, "The idea that I would care about whether my brother might sell shares for a few $1 million less when my Twitter poll caused my own share sale to be over $1 billion less is utterly absurd. It's unclear whether this is a commentary on how little Elon cares about his brother's wealth, or how little he thinks a few $1 million is worth." Story number 3, plus, NPR politely asks that Putin return that tote bag he got during their last pledge drive. Russia's President Vladimir Putin was on Sunday suspended as honorary president of the International Judo Federation. That means he has temporarily lost his most senior official position in world sport. The federation said that the ongoing war conflict in Ukraine was the reason for suspending Putin, rather than things like the poisonings of opposition candidate Viktor Yushchenko. Investigative journalist Anna Politkovskaya, former officer from Russia's FSB security service turned critic Alexander Litvinenko, former Russian intelligence officer Sergei Skripal, or the attempted assassination of Alexei Navalny. Just to be clear. Next up, American Airlines says it plans to knock Putin down from platinum to gold status. Story number 4, stand your sticky movie theater ground. A Florida jury acquitted retired police captain Curtis Reeves in the shooting death of a man in a movie theater 8 years ago. Reeves pleaded not guilty and claimed self-defense, previously telling authorities he feared he would be attacked after he and Allison got into an argument. Allison then threw a bag of popcorn at Reeves, who then took out a handgun and fired, hitting Allison in the chest, according to the complaint. Reeves told authorities he was, quote, "in fear of being attacked," according to the complaint, and it was this argument that appears to have persuaded the jury to acquit Reeves. In related news, former President Trump reportedly has asked New York Attorney General Letitia James if she'd like to go to the movies with him. February 28th is the 59th day of the year on the Gregorian calendar. 306 days remain until the end of the year. Now it's time for On This Date in History. On this date in 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick find that they can't hold it in any longer, and announce to friends that they have determined the chemical structure of DNA. On this date in 1983, the final episode of MASH airs, with almost 106 million viewers. It still holds the record for the highest viewership of a season finale. On this date in 2003, Pope Benedict XVI resigns as the Pope of the Catholic Church, becoming the first pope to do so since Pope Gregory VII in 1415. Celebrating birthdays today are actor Tommy Tune, actress and singer Bernadette Peters, economist Paul Krugman, comedian Gilbert Gottfried, actor Robert Sean Leonard, tennis champ Jelena Jankovic, and physicist Leon Cooper. He turns 92 today. Happy birthday to all of them, and if your birthday is today, a very happy birthday to you as well. By the way, if you or someone you know is having a birthday and would like us to announce it on the show, leave us a voice message or send an email. The links are in the show notes. Today's news was brought to us by Yahoo News, the Financial Times, the Washington Post, CNN, and the website that will never ask you to return your pledge drive mug, Wikipedia. If you have a comment or a question about anything you've heard today, or if you have a suggestion, please send us a note at I Wrote This News, all one word, at thatradioshow.com. That email address one more time is I Wrote This News, all one word, at thatradioshow.com.
One more thing, if this podcast sounds a little funny, that's because it's also an experiment. All of the vocals were generated using AI technology. Hopefully the show will sound different and better as the tech improves and as we improve at using it. I'm Bob Meese, hoping you have an amazing day. We'll get together again soon.